Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are here to debate on the topic experience matters more than skill. So Teresa and me will be debating in favor of the topic that is experience does matter more than skill, and Cayman will debate against the topic that is skill matters more than experience. So let us take 1 minute to ideate on the topic.
Is it time?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think you'll go. Kim, is Kim start? Let's. Teresa, are you stuck
Can,
from? I
No,
think.
no, I can she join again?
Yeah, 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 she can join again.
Or I'll just text her.
Yes, yes. She can join again.
Yes, Keman?
I said she can join again.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Kim. For
Should
everyone.
we start?
Yes.
I think some issue.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, I think we should start. Kim, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Teresa, go ahead. Teresa, Kim, and then.
Kim, Kim, you start.
Okay. So I'm speaking in favor of the topic that is experience matters more than skills. So I think that having experience gives you keeps you in a position to find yourself a entry level job. Like whenever we are looking out for jobs, in the very beginning, they ask you like what experience you have over anything else. So I think in that case, experience will help, and it helps us to deal with real life scenarios. Like having a skill set might not enable us in the best sense to deal with a real life scenario, but experience does help us in that case. And in a scenario where everyone has a certain set of skills, experience helps you to stand out as compared to the rest of the people. So yeah, this is all that I could think of in favor of the topic. Shiza.
Okay, so I would like to quote Benjamin Franklin. He said, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." And learning also comes through experience. Okay, um, and we often hear our grandparents say, "Amit chod paus koile," which means we have more experience than you, and you can also tell from from how they speak and convey that they have more experience than us. Even though we are more educated and have more skills than them, they have the experience. Secondly, people like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, even MBA Chaiwala, they have the skill, but it is their experience that made them who they are today, right? Thirdly, even if you have the skill, you need experience. Like when we go for interviews, they often, as Kim said, they often ask for experience and not the skill. I feel many people have the skill, but fewer people have the experience. So experience matters more than skill.
Okay, over to me. Uh, Journey of thousand miles begin from a single step, and the single step is always mostly skills, and it sets the foundation. And like from the starting, we learned A to Z to any formation of words or formation of sentences. From there, we started, and that is a foundation. So skill sets a great foundation compared to experience. Second point I have is it is tough to get any job without having skills, and like yeah, that is my second point. The third point which I have to say is some skills does not require any professional experience. Like I have a skill of cooking, I have a skill of maybe writing or anything. It does not mean that I have to be a very professionally experienced to do that. Fourth point I have is experience is subjective. Like a person who has 5 years of experience might have a lesser knowledge, a lesser skill as compared to a person who is 2 years experienced. But it is not so in the form of skills. Like if somebody is saying that I am so and so qualified for in so and so skills, then I would have much more skill than compared to the other person. Uh, fifth point I have is during like if we have to job switch and all, there'll be some like coding round or technical round for or some any interview round particularly for that person. So if I'm speaking in terms of IT, there will be coding and technical rounds like aptitude and some exams, and that time skill really matters. Experience, it's like a zero slate for everybody. uh Next point that I have is okay, the last point that I have is if you have a lot of experience like 5, 10 years experience, and you do not have grown any skill in that phase, or you're just existing because the surrounding is taking you, and you don't work on your skills, then I think it is not worth it. So these are some of the points why I strongly believe skills matter more than the experience. Yeah. Oh, so rebuttal phase, any questions? Okay, my question. I start the question. Suppose, given a situation, a person has to crack some competitive exam. Let us take, for example, JEE. If the person gives it again and again, saying I'll get better experience every single year, and does not work on the skill, then how is it going to help the person?
I feel experience will help him know the subject better, like what questions are expected, or what syllabus is. There are a few chapters that are important. So when he sees the paper, he'll know what it is like like to give a better attempt next time. So I feel it is the experience that helps him rather than the skill, because if he knows, he'll answer better the next time.
And having the experience, he'll know which skills exactly he's supposed to work on and which areas is not good at. So yeah.
Any question? Okay, but another question I do have is for the freshers who is just graduated and they do not have any experience, and it is not logical to have experience in that period. And for that kind of job, it is always very good to give the opportunity to a person without considering any experience. So that time the person will obviously have to work on the skills, right? So how do you have to say that, deal that?
But during his study, while he's graduating, there are different things like internship. So that will count as experience. And if he has that, then it will definitely give him an upper hand while he's applying for jobs for his first job.
Any questions?
Also, Keman, you're focusing on skills, but there are some jobs that it is compulsory to have experience in. So, how would you overcome that with only skills and no experience?
Can you give me any example of such job?
Like, say you want, uh, like, say a surgeon or a nurse also. They ask for experience, like in previously if you worked in that field, because you're dealing with patients, no, so you just can't have freshers there.
Yes, I think it is in the course itself. They'll have certain considerations to work on the skills. Like they'll have a dummy patient or maybe dummy object. I don't know how is the exact method that is done. Maybe they'll have some surgery to do on the some animals, or maybe carving on some vegetable or something to see their precision. So I think directly even giving them any experience also does not make sense. Like they'll have to work on the skills before going getting any experience.
Also, if there is no experience, then few jobs like the dotty tapper or even a fisherman, all those jobs will be eradicated without experience, because experience is what goes to the other person, right? Goes to the next generation. So, how would you overcome that both with skill and no experience?
Yeah, these are some of the jobs. Like currently we have seen it is become like a family job, like a Toddy Tapper will, like I do not support that, like family should only continue it, but it is like seen that it is kind of family job, and like they train their children, they see the children see their parents working in that thing. So I think that phase is the starting phase of learning from their parents is more important, and that is what skill building is rather than experience.
But children will only gain the experience when they see their parents doing it. Nowadays, children of people like this, like Toddy tappers or fishermen, are often go to school and they have a degree or a set of skills, and they wouldn't want their children to go into the same field. So then,
I did not really understand, get the question.
no, it's just a contradiction to what you said.
So you are saying experience is better in that case? I do not get how the it is related to topic.
No, as in experience is you get experience when you see people do it. No,
Hmm.
but if the person is more focused on skilling up or getting the skill, then the experience won't be there. Is what I'm trying to say.
So maybe if the person is taking some other degree or some other ways, then maybe he is not inclined towards that skill. He wants to do something else. Yeah. Okay, one last question I have. Do you all have any questions? Okay, so skill will give you a good foundation. Like even to start experiencing something, you will require a foundation. And like, for example, take uh, writing only. Like if you don't know A B C D A to Z, you do not have to. You'll never know it. So you know you require the foundation, and skill can give you a greater foundation as compared to experience. So how do you have to tackle that? Can you start building the building without having a foundation?
See, when you say a person has experience, there is a point where there is a starting point where he started and he worked on that over the years. So you wouldn't just say it's experience, but it is the time, the practice. Uh, Practice makes you perfect. So that practice can be seen as experience. And the more that guy practiced on that particular skill, the more better he'll be in that field or that area
Okay.
of study.
Yeah. Anything, Kim? You want to add anything?
I feel that there are so many courses available online to upskill yourself, but just taking those doesn't really enable me to deal with real life scenarios. It's the experience that helps me to tackle any given scenario. So I feel like experience does matter more as compared to skills.
Nowadays people have stopped sending their children to school. We have many examples. They focus more on experience based learning. They'll travel with their child to different places, and the child speaks to different people, is engaged with a lot of different activities that are held, talking to different people, experiencing different cultures, different food, is what makes him gain the experience and learn from that. So I think that
Experience.
is better.
I feel experience helps you sharpen the skills as well. You can have a certain skill, but experience does help you take that skill way ahead as compared to what you've just like simply learning the skill.
That's why also in schools we have practicals that are held, which will give you experience of what it is like to be in a laboratory or in the industry.
Is it a debate part? Like, are you all asking me questions, or like, are we discussing?
Okay, to ask. This is solely for questions.
Just trying to prove a point.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to the feedback.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I think you all did a pretty good job. You all have any feedback?
Uh, yeah, you also did a very good job. I mean, both the sides were, I feel, equal. I mean,
Yes.
both things are equally needed, skill and experience.
I think the
Yeah.
last few points which you all mentioned about like courses and then practical in college, school, and then sharpening of the skills. I think you all should have asked me in question those as a questions and put me in a tough spot.
Earlier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Like I really did not have any answer to that. That's why I asked like, is it a question part or are we going forward? Yes. I have some feedbacks. One is Triza, you were mentioning about Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. I think when you're giving such examples, you should and then you said MBA Chaiwala. I'm not saying he's bad or good. I don't know like much about him, but then I think you should just, they are very legendary people, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. So you should like give certain examples in that manner only, and like it takes away your authenticity somewhere. Like you gave good example, and then you went. I'm not saying he's bad, but just you should have given better examples. And the
Yeah,
point part where you were saying about surgeon, that like some,
yeah,
yeah, I asked you some example that time. I actually wanted some space to think on the question, because it is very difficult to give any example on the spot. So I just wanted some time, nothing else. Other than that, we did a good job. Riza, I think I can see great improvement in you, like in all of
Yeah.
us, but like today you were saying so many points without any fluctuations, and you were
yeah.
really good. Kim, you are good as always. And one thing, you said ideate. Is it ideate or ideate? Like even I don't know.
Yeah, what is it? I just tried to,
I
whatever you all were saying previously. Ideate?
I think it's ideate.
Ideate.
I don't know. Other than that, Kim, you are really good. I wish you asked me more questions, Kim, because you are really firm with whatever you believe. But
Ideate,
ideate.
ideate,
Ideate.
Uh, uh, yeah,
ideate.
ideate. Yeah. Hello. I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes,
Kim, only one feedback I have with you is you should have been more firm with the like rebuttal phase. Like you should have put me in a very tough situation, because you
yes.
had,
Kim had a few lesser questions, I felt.
yes, yes, and you had great
No,
points to
those
say.
points that came up later, whatever we said later, like it didn't come in my mind at that point, actually. So
Yes,
that's
It
why.
happens,
yes.
right?
Can,
Actually,
It
yeah, right.
happens. Like
yeah.
even after the debate, after 2 3 hours, I will think I should have said this. I should have done this. Yeah, but y'all
Yeah.
did a very good job. It was good. Any mistakes which I did or you want to highlight it? Not really.
No, yeah, yes. I didn't do. Fine.
I like my introduction today, like journey of thousand miles. That is really a nice quote to start with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was different.
yeah. And how did you? How was you so spontaneous? How were you so spontaneous with that quote of Benjamin Franklin?
I did a bit research like before joining the meet, and I just
Nice. Okay.
okay, no,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine. Though.
yeah, yeah. Uh, let's
Yeah.
let's go to the next part, which is
Yeah.
thinking from other perspective.
Mm.
Light Gilly.
Yes.
Just before going, I think we could have done a research topic tomorrow, but Ayush is not there. So maybe day after tomorrow, can we do a research topic?
Okay.
Shall we pick the topic after today's meet, like from the ChatGPT,
Yeah, we can.
or shall we do it tomorrow itself? Tomorrow you will be there. Okay, let's take it tomorrow then. We'll find a
Are
research
you
topic.
shooting there tomorrow?
No, Ayush won't be there tomorrow. He has some
No.
work. He said.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's ideate it from other perspective.
Um, when we speak about a skill, no, like academic, like in school, that is also a skill we acquire, right?
No, pardon.
Like academic study, like maths or science, that is a skill, or skill would just be like
Yeah,
painting or
that is also skill.
yeah.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Keman start.
Uh, yeah, I'll start. Yeah, firstly, like as your Kim, you can hear me, right? Uh, I think you're mute. Okay. Firstly, like as you all have mentioned about like practical and all that thing, I would have focused more like hands-on learning, like in practical. Then even in coding, computers, you require that. Even in maths, if you know all the formulas, but if you don't know how to solve, then it is of no use. So hands-on learning, I would have focused more on. Secondly, speaking about like even grammar, if I know a very good grammar, but I have no experience in public speaking, or if I'm not trying to speak in the public or communicate, like our group could have been a good example, then it would make no sense. So experience required in that field. Third, some skills like team management, leaderships, communication, and all these things are not possible without having an experience. Like you can't really learn them as a skill without having any experience. And I think this is what you all meant by you all was trying to convey, right? Like you need some experience
Yeah.
to get this. And the last point, like experience gives a lot of memories. It gives you a lot of life lessons. It makes you understand what is good or bad, even outside your field, even outside your skills or outside your career set. And then you get a better understanding of your surroundings. So I think you all should have also stuck with this point. Yeah, that's it.
Teresa.
I don't have any.
Okay, I would like to add a few things. I feel that skills help us to produce better quality of work. For
Damn.
example, if on Instagram we have thousands of users who are making reels every day, but those are not the reels that are getting the maximum number of views, right? I can be making reels for years and years, but the reels that stand out are the ones that have been made by highly skilled people with the best quality of video editing and stuff. I could be making reels for years and years, but they'll be very basic, low quality, with not the best kind of transitions. But if I upskill myself with maybe like a video editing course or something like that, I can produce a way better reel that will get way much more views and generate revenue for me. So I think in that scenario, those kind of scenarios, skills do matter as compared to just years of just being present. that is your experience. So yeah, in that case, I think skills are more beneficial as compared to just solely experience. And another thing that I'd like to add is that nowadays skills have been made to be a core part of our curriculum. Like for example, even I think during engineering, taking a NPTEL course is mandatory.
Mhm.
So that is a part of skill enhancement as compared to just a internship. So I think in that case, also they have emphasized on skills. And lastly, previously we've said that experience does matter, and it helps you to get in. But I feel like skills help you to get the best out of that experience, like to experience it in the best possible case. So yeah, in those cases, I feel like skills do matter as compared to experience.
Lovely, really great points, Kim. Like you said about
Yes.
quality of work and really, really very nice. Like I did not even think in that line. Like you really generate very good points.
Even the NPTEL point is like it is a skill that they focus on now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very, very good point.
Yes, just a feedback, Kim. Be little fires in the debate. Like
Yeah,
your points are far better than all of us. To be very
fine.
honest.
Yeah.
Yes, just
In the way of speaking, you mean, right? A little more.
no, no. You speak also better than us. I feel, but just
So like
be
energy.
bo- like stick with your point. Like really love your point and like fight with us as if you are fighting in a debate. And I think we won't be able to even go against you. Like, but we'll try, and that's how we will also learn.
My God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
you are a bit like soft. I feel. Yeah, no, like
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
the
I
language
think
is
like
good.
more fierce, like in
Yeah,
the way they say it, I think. No?
when a debate is a bit like, yeah,
Yeah.
Like you say it and then after that that effect goes like you should like you get a chance in the rebuttal phase to take those topics again to ask me to put
Yeah.
me in the tough shoes. Like that time I think you should be little fast. That's it. It is not a very hard feedback, like, but I think
Yeah.
it will.
Even I felt like that, but I don't really know how to get there like yet. But I'll try.
Yes, yes. I think that today's debate was very good. I think it was lovely.
now group discussion. I
Yes,
have
group
a point.
discussion. Do you all have anything to
Chat.
discuss on to? Like this
Yeah.
section is like a podcast. We ask any questions and we try to sort it.
Yeah, I thought of two topics from our side, like Kim and me, when we spoke about experience.
Mhm.
When if we have textbooks, journals, reference books, they are all written by a panel of people who have experience, right? Who are good in that
Okay.
particular field or
Hmm.
scholars. Even when we are doing research, we are put under a person who has more experience because we have the skill, but we don't have the experience. uh, Also, another point would be like also judges in a competition.
Yes.
Like they have
Yeah.
the similar skill. Like when it comes to dance, also they are dancers, but they have the experience. That's why they are the judges.
Yes.
So we could add that point also. I felt, but
Ah, you should have added. This is such a lovely
yes,
point.
Yeah.
It's a very nice point.
princess.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's have a group discussion. What do you all feel is better, experience or skills? Apart
I'll
from debate.
stick to experience. I think skills also, but yeah.
I don't think they are independent. I think they are codependent. You need both.
Yes.
Without experience, what you'll
Yes,
do of skills, and what you'll do of skills without experience.
exactly.
So both
Ex-
of them
exactly, exactly.
intertwine.
Even I think they should be in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything to discuss on this topic. Do you all have anything to discuss? Maybe in the future we'll have a debate or a group discussion on like how education system now can be transformed into more experience based learning. But not now. We'll have it later. But we shall have it this topic to discuss more. Other
That
than
could
that,
be a group discussion.
yeah, group discussion. Yes.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing. Yeah, let's go to ChatGPT phase.
Yes.
Yep.
Done.
Just a second. Yeah. Give me. Do you need more time?
No,
Yeah. Go
you
ahead.
can
Give me.
start.
Go ahead.
In this phase, we are supposed to speak only for our side
No.
or
No. No.
even
Anything.
both the
Anything.
sides, right?
Or even if you
Yeah,
have any
so
research, like anything, like any word we
anything.
said wrong, anything you can say.
Okay. So, in favor of the topic, experience matters more than skills, I found a few new points. Is that one of them is decision making and judgment. It helps us to make better, quicker decisions based on our experience. And another point would be adaptability in crisis. Like it helps us stay calm. If I've already been in a tougher situation before, a new situation that I've dealt with, I know that I will be able to overcome the situation because of my past experience. So that, and lastly, it's experience is mandatory for jobs when you're in a job hunt. Like for example, if I am in the UK and I'm looking for a job, there's a compulsory requirement of a 5-year work history that you've done before. No one emphasizes on what skills you have. I mean, skills are
Mm-hmm.
important, but they're not a mandatory requirement when you're looking for a job as compared to experience. And then people need like references from your previous workplace
Yes.
so that they can check on whether you've had a good character, whether you've had any issues in your past workplace and stuff. So in that case, I think experience does matter more than skills. And as compared to skills mattering more than experience, the only thing I have to say is that there is no experience without skills. So skills help us to build experience, a meaningful experience. And in industries such as the tech industry or the IT industry, it's not the past experience that we have that matters as much as compared to the skill that we can acquire to build a future in
Yes.
the tech industry. So that's all.
Yes. Lovely.
Okay, to add to what Kim said, Kim already mentioned about this thing that experienced individuals can handle stress better, right? And another point I would like to add is as times are changing, the technology also is changing,
Mm.
and it is difficult for the people with a lot of experience to come to that point where they can't for example, like during COVID, we had teachers who were older, and they didn't have any experience of how to
No.
use Google Meet or all those skills they didn't have of online presentation, online recording, all that. So that is a skill that is needed, and they had the experience, but they didn't have the skill,
Yes.
because of which they there was a problem
Yeah.
for quite some time. So yeah, that is on my side.
Yes, really
From my
nice. I think I have some point from my side as well, but they are not that very strong points. But I'll just say it first about technical, which Triza mentioned is one thing. Then the inexperienced people also bring some fresh perspective in the like, because they have had some time to work on themselves, so they have a good fresh perspective, and they are very motivated because that is the first time they are doing any job, and
yes,
rather than they're not worn and torn, they are very motivated and fresh. And yeah, these are some points. And modern relevance, like if there's anything which is emerging just now, like for example quantum computing is one field where there are not a lot of people who are working into that, and it is very fresh. And that time only only skills will matter more, because you should be really skillful, I feel, for modern relevance, because won't get any more opportunities to build in the experience. And from your side, I really do have some points. One is the crisis management, which was a very good point. Decision making, problem solving, all these. Then when you're experienced, you have a good network. You have already spoken to a lot of people, and some colleges, some job in the future will also check onto your reputation. Like if you have worked in Google, you will have better opportunities in the future. So reputation also matters in the work experience. And the last term which I think we all missed is industry insights. We get a good insight when we are experienced into any field. That's it that's it Yes.
yes,
Yeah. Chalo then, okay,
okay,
take care. It was great to
good.
have
Okay.
today's discussion and debate. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank
Bye.
you,
Thank
everyone.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.